You are given a population with n equals to 10 scores, where the sum of x equals to 40 and the sum of x squared equals to 200. Determine the sum of squares for this population. It's either 40, 160, 200, or 400. Now there are two different formulas for the sum of squares, the first being the definitional. And the definitional asks us to work with the sum of the squared deviations from the mean. The other formula, the computational formula, requires that we have the sum of x squared, which we do, and the sum of x, again, we have that. We have to square that and divide by n, which we also have. So you can see here that it's the computational formula that we're going to need to use. So we don't have individual scores. We don't know the individual values of x, so we could never make a list of all of the x scores, like 0, 1, 3, 5, and so on. We couldn't do that. So we couldn't create a column where we find the deviations and so on. We can't do that. Instead, we have to use the computational formula, and all that we need to do is just drop these values in. So for example, there's 200. That's my sum of x squared. And then in brackets, I put the sum of x, that's 40. I'm going to square that, and I'm going to divide by n is 10. 40 squared is 1600. 1600 divided by 10 is 160. 200 minus 160 gives me 40. And so the answer is A, 40.